Yo, 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 yo. What up, everybody? Ooh, man, my frame for a second just dropped hardcore. We'll see if it catches back up. If not, I'll just go ahead and drop it. I'll drop it down to 30 frames. It looks like it's back up, though, so that should be fine right there. I've got the audio playing on. Let's turn up the audio. Let's turn it up a little bit, huh? How about that? It looks like just the shift. The shift is what. Cool. I don't think I'm much dropping frames. I think I'm still around 60-ish. Cool. We gotta get that cranking a little bit more than that. Alrighty, guys. Cool. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Let me just run back through the chat real quick. Put that right there so that way I don't. Yo, what up, Travis? Congrats. Welcome to the stream. Congrats on the 2,000 coins for being the first one to comment. I need to put that up just a tad. What up? It's Blue Blocks. 200 coins for you for consolation second place. What up, Carlos? Good to see you, man. I think this is the first time you jumped on the stream and commented. Maybe you're just a watcher, a lurker in the background. Mod me, my other account got hacked. Dang, that sucks. Xavier, I'll take care of that here in a second. Were you a mod before? Let me check. I don't think that I modded you, but let me go check. What up, Green Ghost? Good to see you. Tim Miller with the hearts. I appreciate that. Travis with the retweet, the Tweety Bird. What up, Anakin Gaming? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming on the stream earlier, man. You're like one of the first ones to jump on for sure. Green Ghost retweeted. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Just catching up on the stream. So if you guys go out and retweet my tweet, just let me know in the chat, and then I'll go ahead and give out 7,500 coins. And then I give out I give like 1,000 coins per leg or something like that. But I give them out whenever I like go look at it. So, is that a bowl of cereal? Yo, this is what I had for dinner, man. It's already dried out, but it was for sure dinner. It was oatmeal with, I put hot chocolate in there. Hot chocolate powder. Like a lot of hot chocolate powder. Instead of, you know how like oatmeal's not sweet in itself, so you usually like put loads of brown sugar on it. Well, I put hot chocolate powder instead. It was on point. It was for sure on point. Is that a bowl of cereal? Yeah, what? On my screen. I was first on my screen. Yeah, but I got to go off of what my screen says, and it says Travis was first. Probably both of you guys commented at the exact same time, so. By the way, if you guys want, check out Jester C's live right now as well, but most of you guys who are in the chat probably already know that, so for sure. Awesome. What do you guys think of the, it should be live chat, not top chat? I think it is live chat for me. Yeah, live chat still shows Travis as top for me on both top chat and live chat. Top chat actually, yeah. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. You'll get it back for sure. Travis is the king of winning, so if anybody beats him, like, mad props. Extra kudos, you know what I'm saying? If you're jumping on a Mixer or on Twitch, welcome, or on Periscope. It's good to see you guys too. Thanks for joining. I appreciate that. It's kind of weird because I don't hear the actual audio in my ears right now. All I hear is my monitor, so I hear me talking to myself. So I'm going to go ahead and actually put some music on in my ears just because it feels so awkward. It feels like it's literally like not talking. And I got to real quickly. I forgot my sunglasses, so I'll go grab those right quick, all right? Let me go intermission, and then I'll be right back. Literally 2 minutes. I know where they are, so just take me a second. Yo, yo, yo. All right, cool. That's way better if you guys know. Oh, man. That's weird operating 2 mouses. For sure. That is for sure right there. Alrighty, cool. Well, anyways, it's good to see everybody. Let's go ahead and bye. I'm going to go to Jake's stream for sure, man. This is more adult kind of more adult kind of style anyway, so talking investing in ish. Tomorrow though I'll be live. Nope, I won't be live in the morning. I'll be live in actually the I'll be live at night. So yeah. All right. Now I can pull up this one right here. Just got to make sure that it's not going to be blasting my ears. There we go. Now I think we're on the same stream. All right. Woo. We made it. Alrighty. Cool. Well, let's go ahead, and it's going to be kind of weird because this will be my first time like recording. So for those that don't know the new setup on this stream, it looks like this. So I have my computer that I'm talking to right now. That's actually being exported over the interwebs, local area network landline, to a computer that's down here on the floor. That's my streaming computer. I do got to update the CPU a little bit more because right now it's running at 52%. If I can get like a 6-core, 8-core in there, boom, and drop it down. Saludos, soy de Ecuador. I don't know what that means. No habla español or habla español muy piquito. But cool. Someone wants to translate that for me for sure. I'm Latino. For sure, Marcos. Marco, what's up, man? It's good to see you. Coach, can we look at Activision, please? I'm down 30% and would like your advice on why. Dang, man, that sounds like a Starbucks. Yeah, for sure, we'll take a look at them. Let's go ahead and what we'll do is we'll take a look at Activision first, and then from there we will go. ¿Cómo estás, Marcos? Bueno, vendejos. Gracias. Totally pronounced that wrong. Feels like. So we'll go ahead and take a look at Activision first, and then from there we'll go into Keith Condensed. So my only concern is that I'm gonna drop some frames per second when I go into recording. So if that happens, just bear with me. Like, we'll struggle through this one. And then what I might do is just, so I have a better CPU in my gaming computer, and I might just pull that CPU out and throw it back into my streaming computer, because my gaming computer should be able to handle with 4 cores. So I think it should be fine for right now. And I think that would be probably the better way to go about it. But for right now, hey, everything kind of works. So thanks, Coach, for sure. Let me go ahead and pull them up on the screen, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at them real quick. Let's go to Yahoo Finance. That's my place to look at stock. Activision. I have a feeling that they probably just did a bad earnings call, but we'll see. We'll see if there's any news articles, anything related to them real quick, and then we'll move from there. Alrighty. I'm just looking. Facebook is hurting video game stock. Oh yeah, man, they were up to almost 80 bucks. All right, let's go ahead and put them on the screen. Let me just get my two screens sorted out real quick before I start moving stuff around. Alrighty, cool. Everything's perfect, and this will be kind of weird, but I think that I should be able just to click here, and everything works. Awesome. Yeah, I can teach you to speak Spanish, amigo, if you want. I'm Latino. Yo, I would appreciate that, man. Marco, I would appreciate that. I've been doing a little bit of Duolingo, like the app. It's been working all right. But I just need more conversation, you know. Like, I would be so down, dude, if you wanted to like teach me like 1 hour a week or 2 hours a week. I don't know how many hours a week I would need to be like speaking it, but I will be so down, man. Instant karma. Yo. Anyway, so Tim was saying that Activision Blizzard is down. He's down 30%, so he must have been buying in around this point, which, I mean, does make sense. It did drop almost 10 bucks from $80 down to $70, so that would make sense. I wonder what's the reasoning behind that. And first, what we should go do is probably look. Yahoo's kind of late with updating their financials, but we don't really care about their yearlies because that obviously didn't affect maybe their quarterly. So 6/30 was a month, basically about a month and a week ago. So I would say that probably had a lot to do with it. Which they made around maybe more money than they made last year. Maybe it wasn't what they were expecting, and it looks like their earnings. When's their next earnings call coming out? Third quarter. I feel like it shouldn't be for like another 3 months, but they beat their earnings on the last earnings call. I'm sure that it had something to do with probably like how many people are using their gaming like systems, and or not the gaming, but their video games, like how many people are subscribing, that kind of stuff. I would say that that's probably what it has to do with, if I was like just guessing. Usually you can have usually they have like a pretty good article that kind of explains it, like on the front page. Electronics Arts biggest weakness, slowing mobile revenue growth stood out in an otherwise solid first quarter. There's some reasons right there, probably. That their mobile growth hasn't been doing as well as people want them to do. And then also, maybe like their Major League Gaming hasn't been doing that good. Also, Take-Two stock has like risen quite a bit. And so if when another stock goes up and grabs a bigger chunk of that pie, other stocks gotta kind of expand or retract based upon that. Yeah, they had a good earnings, but maybe their sales dropped or something that investors wanted to see. And it hasn't been happening, I would say. I mean, honestly, like, so when I look at that stock, like I assume that you probably started buying in. Maybe you bought this right here. If you've been dollar cost averaging, I don't know when you started getting into them, but if you've been dollar cost averaging, you shouldn't be down 30% just by looking at the stock. The only way that you would be down 30% is probably if you bought around this point and you just bought all in and then you went down. I have Take-Two, they're doing okay. I have both. Yeah, I think it's just the gaming industry in general. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of video games that are being released going into the winter. And what does that mean? Investors look at like how the hype's going, all that kind of stuff. Like all that stuff's taken into consideration. So that's probably what's going on. Let's go look at the 5-year. I mean, it's still up. It seems like it just a lot of people, I mean, over the past have like it around that $65-$70 range, or I would say that 66-ish, that $62 to $63 range, especially over the last year. 5 years probably a lot bigger growth. But I don't think that that's a peak. I think it's just a pullback. Activision Blizzard, I mean, my goodness, man, I remember playing StarCraft back in the day. Like I don't think that they're doing like that bad as far as like a gaming company is. I think that it's just some news related stuff, some issues that they're having with building, like that one article said, their mobile platform. I'll go ahead and actually post this article in the chat. It might give you, it declined 2%, which I mean, like it's 2%, it's not really that much, right? I can teach you Spanish for free. Yo, that would be so helpful, man. I really want to learn Spanish. I suck. I'll probably be the worst. It's 22%. I'm down $36. Okay, that sounds quite a bit more right. Yeah. So, I guess the way that I would approach that though, if I was looking at EA, like first of all, and this is kind of like my 2 cents as far as like what I gave Travis yesterday about Tesla stock. Average price per share $74. So you're not. So you've got quite a bit of shares, but it's only like give or take like $3 or $4 difference. So this is I'm just down. Oh, okay, you're down. Okay, now that makes sense. So my WhatsApp is okay. I'll let me copy that real quick. Yo, Marco. And then I have to get WhatsApp on my phone again. But let me just put that in a special place. Right there. And I'll for sure hit you up. Yeah, for sure. I tried the dollar cost average the other day, but my M1 bought in high. Why would it buy the high? Why would it buy high though? That doesn't make sense. It should be buying the lowest percentage of your stock. So here's kind of my like overall like basically approach to long-term stock investing is I would look at, first of all, I would go back to the reason why you buy EA. And for instance, say you're like, EA is the powerhouse of the gaming industry. This is just me kind of speaking my mind. If I was to look at buying, and I would say, so they're the powerhouse of the gaming industry. I think that they'll still continue to lead the forefront in the gaming industry in Espanol. Yes. And so because those are like two beliefs that I have about Blizzard Activision, I would then look back. Oh, it didn't drop at the end of the day. That kind of happens. So from there, because no habla inglés. Sí. We can talk Espanol. We can talk Spanish for sure. Or text it or whatever, man. I'm for sure down. I need to learn. So if I would then look at where my shares are right now and then look at them and say, okay, has anything changed as far as what I see in this company? Are they still the leader in the gaming industry? I think so, for me personally. Are they still kind of pushing the envelope as far as games go? I would say yeah. Yeah, they got a bad run with Fortnite. Nobody would have ever thought that Fortnite would be as big as it is, that everybody would be playing that instead of anything else, basically. So that's kind of the way that I look at it right there also. But I mean, when it comes really when it comes down to it, like you gotta look at the long term. However, I would also say, like, risk assessment would probably be a good idea. I don't know how much you're willing to lose on Activision. You know what I mean? To dollar cost average, I need at least half of 700 to bring the cost down, I figure. Nah. So that's you dollar cost averaging is different. What you're thinking of is dropping. Is what you're thinking of is completely different. I believe the way that you worded that. But yeah, so to finish, let's go. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my thought real quick. In regards to Blizzard, I would say, so the way that loss goes is it gets exponentially harder to make your money back. So at 100%, at a 50% loss, if you sell your assets at a 50% loss, when you go to reinvest that 50% or your assets again, so say you had $1,000 invested, you lost 50%, so you're now at $500. When you go to invest that again, you have to make back 100% in order to break even. So at 20%, I would say at 22%, I think it's probably like 30-ish. That would be like kind of my math. Because that's so like at 7%, that's why a lot of traders use 7%, because at 7% you only have to make back roughly like 7.6 or about 8% back in order to break even again. So it's really not much of a difference there. But the more and more you get down the line, like at 10%, I think you got to make 12% back. And the further you continue to drop, the exponential growth that happens. So that's something to like consider when looking at a stock like that. Dollar cost averaging, though, is basically saying that I'm going to put, for instance, if you were dollar cost averaging that stock, like you got 7 shares or 8 shares, I think you said. So roughly, I would say probably like $600-700. Dollar cost averaging right now, it seems like you're just buying a share each time. What dollar cost averaging is doing is saying, hey, this stock right now is at $50. We'll say all I want to put into Activision each week or each month is $50. That's all I'm willing to put into Activision we'll say every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks on Thursday, you put $50 in there, regardless of the price. And what that'll do is your average cost per share will get more in line with what the actual average price is. So like, for instance, even if you did that over the spike, you probably have a not as big of a loss. I mean, debatable when you started actually investing. But coach, I want to buy the dip now. Correct. I don't want to wait till too long and pass this opportunity up. I know, man. That's the sacrifice though that comes with dollar cost averaging, is that it works for you. It also works against you. Anything in investing does that. You could say, I want to buy this dip right now. By all means, like, no one's stopping you, but what if this is not the bottom of the dip? What if it's going to drop another 30%? And now you've got all your money invested that you can invest, and you can't invest anymore because you don't want to lose anymore or whatever. So that's kind of my like thought process. I always try to err on the side of dollar cost averaging. And that's the beauty of M1, is that if you have your pies set up correctly, or if you have your pies actually like in balance, if say Activision drops 10% and it's like 20% of your pie, so it's going to drop down to 18%, M1 should take some of your money. What's your news, my man? Yo, getting that hype. Thanks for the follow, my man, over on Mixer. I appreciate that. Bearable Book 497. We're going to be talking about here in a second Amazon and healthcare and that kind of stuff. Recent news that they plan on opening up a clinic up in Seattle. So we're going to talk about that here in just a second and what that means for Amazon moving forward. If it goes another 30%, I will dump so much in it. I mean, I could definitely see that. Like 30% drop on that would be like almost $50, right? So that's kind of where I would leave it at. For me, like, that's why I love M1 so much. That's why I love Acorn so much. That's why I love Stash, the way that I run Stash so much. And that's why I love the way that I run Robinhood so much, is because I have it set up to percentages. So I dollar cost average my entire account, but I'm buying the thing that's at the lowest, basically, based upon my overall account. So that's kind of the way that I look at it. Other people look at it differently. I totally get that. But that's the way that I look at it. So I hope that kind of puts you a little bit at ease there, Tim. I don't see problems with buying the dips. I would just, for me personally, like if I was going to buy the dips, I would have a dollar cost average setup, so a regular deposit setup, and then maybe have some extra money that I'm just like, so for instance, say I had $50 that I was going to do bi-weekly. This is my personal strategy. This is what I would go like 50 bi-weekly or 50 a week, and then maybe take 30, maybe take like 20 of it and just keep that in like my savings account or whatever. Try to keep that liquidity. And then say if it does drop and you're like, okay, it's a good time. Like for me, I want to buy this dip. Boom. Now you can toss some lumps of money in there because you've had that saved up. So you've got a good dollar cost average because of the $30 a week. I would have a good dollar cost average because of that $30 a week. And then I would also have that $20 every single week. That's liquidity that, say, in 2 months from now, it drops down, like you said, 20%, 30%. I've got enough cash that I could just throw it back in there. And if not, then so be it. Like that was kind of the risk that I was willing to take, is that I'll miss if it continues to go up. I miss the upside because I won't have all my money in there, but I'm expecting this Activision to drop a little bit more so that I can continue to buy at a lower price. That's kind of my thoughts right there. Anyways, oh, that kind of helps you out. Let's go ahead and jump into, we're jumping down to 51 frames a second. That's all right. Let's go ahead and jump into Coach Condensed. Yo! Thanks for the host, my man. Whoa, that like totally dropped my frames. Sorry about that, guys. Cassie, 1992, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that overall mixer, 100%. I screwed up weeks ago. I was supposed to call you, never did, because I rolled my 401k into my M1, but I forgot to turn off investments, so I bought all. Yo, Cassie, 1992, thanks for the host. I appreciate that overall mixer. You guys are making my computer, my streaming computer, drop some frames, but it's all good. I appreciate that. I gotta switch out CPUs so that way it can handle a little bit more and throw some more RAM in there. But at the hotbot, yeah. But let's go ahead and jump into the article here that the SEC is looking into Elon. Yeah, I think that he's got the funding secured. I think that honestly, I think that they'll eventually go private. That's my personal opinion. I'll leave it at that. I think it, honestly though, like, I think it's best for the company to go private. I think it's best for Elon and Tesla to go private and stop being traded for sure. So that's kind of the way that I feel about it. Yo, if you guys are coming over from Mixer, I run a nightly, well, 5 days a week investment stream, like where I talk about investments and maybe some other stuff. Maybe I'll get into like some coaching stuff, like basketball, that kind of strategy also. And then just kind of random things. Like sometimes I bring my son on, we do food reviews. So we're going to do, that happens nightly. And then in the mornings, I run a gaming stream from about 4 in the morning, my Pacific Standard Time, to about 8. So it's about 4-hour stream in the morning, and then at night, if you guys are interested in investments, and then if you guys want to see gaming, like in the mornings for sure. So that's kind of the setup that I have. And then I upload a lot of my content over to YouTube, where I have like I'm pushing 2,200 subs. So, and the links are down in the description-ish on Mixer as well. So thanks for hanging out, chilling. We're gonna go ahead and get into this article review. I know that computer stuff is gonna freeze up, but we gotta try it, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and put this back on. There we go. There we go. My channel is at beer. I'm new. It's hard. Yo, you'll get it, man. Hey, so if you're trying to grow on Mixer, you crash for me. No, I haven't. The stream hasn't crashed. No, it's just the frames per second dropped down to 25. So it is getting a little bit glitchy ish. New setup. It's a new setup, so the frames per share are jumping around a little bit more than what they're used to. And I'm also running it at 1080p 60 frames a second, which usually I've been running it at 720 at 30 frames. So I completely up the share, up the amount of processing that I have to do. And my computer, you know, is trying its best to make that happen. But let's go ahead and jump into this article review. Here we go. I clicked the record button. An unexpected error occurred. Let's try that again. Set a path. Oh, we got to set an output path real quick. It doesn't know where to export this thing. Hopefully, if I lose the stream, it's all right, guys. Right here we go. Output. Right there, we got the video. Generate a file name without. Cool. Here we go. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, no, it won't let me. It won't let me do that on there. I'm gonna drop the FPS down to. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop the frame. I'm gonna drop the stream down to 720 real quick, and then tomorrow I'll get it fixed to where I can run 1080. Give me like 3 seconds. The stream will end, but it'll be live, like, so I won't lose the stream. Alrighty. That's putting a little bit less on my computer, I think. Hang on. It's trying to do its best. Yeah, that looks better. Alrighty, I am losing moving a little bit slow, but I think that should be, I should be able to export on that one right there. Why is it like? Come on, big boy, catch up. Come on, come on, come on. All right, cool. Let's try to record this one. An unexpected error occurred again. That's all right. I'll just let's try. Let me set path in output settings. I just did that. Maybe let me try that again. Let me. Let's just throw it on the desktop, right? Yeah, I don't like it. Didn't want to export. Ooh, that's okay. I'm trying to think real quickly think about how I can do this. I've got an idea. No, I can't do that. It's right. You know what? We just won't worry about it. We'll just go ahead and get into it. And we just won't record this one. I've got tons of them, so it won't be that big of a deal. We'll just go ahead and jump into it. How about that? That sounds way better than sitting here trying to let this thing figure itself out. Because like I'm still bouncing around as far as frames per second goes too on 720p, so it doesn't really matter all too much. I'm pretty sure that I'm doing 720p. Let me check that. This is like kind of like a test to see what I needs to happen moving into the future. Yeah, so I am scaling it down. Okay, whatever. Whatever. You've gone crazy. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get into it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream, or if you're watching this at a later date, it won't be known as Keith Condensed because apparently I'm not going to talk about this. Not going to be able to record it today. We're trying something new, different out today on the stream. We're trying it out to stream through a streaming computer, and so it's like a separate computer than my actual computer that I'm on right now, like with you guys. And so I'm hoping that I'll be able to keep that 60 frames a second going, and keep it more aesthetically pleasing, especially when I go to my gaming streams, which are in the morning. I'll be able to have a 60 frame per second stream, and hopefully I'll be able to keep it up at 1080p. I just got to do a few more switching and upgradings, but yeah, everything will kind of work well. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it real quickly. So the article that I want to talk about is in regards to Amazon, and the title of it is Amazon has plans to open up its own health clinics for Seattle employees. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the article right quick. which if you look on here, it's written by Christina Farr from CNBC. Oh man, I totally went like backwards or something like that. Like what did I just do right there? Come on now. We'll go back to it. We don't want to see Andy Rothman. So basically, the gist of the article is that for these guys who don't know, like Amazon, JP Chase Morgan, and Berkshire Hathaway all kind of got together and figured that they will go on this adventure together to start a health care business. Basically, in order to bring healthcare costs down is their ultimate goal. And so this is kind of like one of Amazon's pilot launches to make this dream that they have become a reality. And so basically, I think in 2019, they plan on hiring a few of their workers, not a few of their workers to become doctors. No, a few doctors to actually work at their headquarters up in Seattle. So throughout the article, he kind of talks about, you know, how that could be a good thing. That's also Apple already does that for some of their employees. They offer healthcare, basically Apple healthcare. So it's like Apple Care, but for your personal self instead of for your phone. So I think honestly, like personally, like I think this is a game changer, that these companies are starting to see the value of having their own healthcare system or healthcare like business and specifically serving their employees. Because first of all, if you're able to create a better way of doing healthcare for cheaper and then give that better healthcare to your employees and say, hey, you know what, go to Amazon Hospital or whatever, and like you're going to get treated so right, and the wait time is going to be nil, all this kind of stuff, because all that we're servicing is Amazon employees. I think that idea could be a game changer moving forward. What does that specifically mean? Well, in here she talks about how right now they're only going to be servicing the people that are in headquarters, so the engineers, the high-level execs, the managers, you know, the people that are higher up in the organization. They said that that kind of service is going to look a lot different than like the general employee, the person who's on their feet all day delivering packages or stuffing boxes, running the warehouse. Like those people are going to have different aches and pains and health concerns than possibly the mid-level, high-level managers, engineers, code writers, the people that are working the desk job. So that's kind of what she was alluding to, is that that even though it might work well at Seattle headquarters for Amazon, they might have to transition. It might get a little bit ugly as they look to transition from Amazon headquarters to Amazon the workforce. I personally think that Amazon will probably do a great job at this. I'm sure right now they're just testing the waters to see if it can actually be somewhat profitable, or I mean maybe even just break even right now. But I think trying this out is definitely a move in the right direction to keep healthcare costs down, because if you can keep things in-house, typically you can get prices quite a bit cheaper. I mean, most healthcare companies are in the business of trying to charge as much as they can to get to that high premium, basically without going over. So that way you're not paying out of pocket, but the insurance company is paying top dollar for whatever it be, the surgery, the medical visit, the medication. I mean, you name it. That's what they do. That's the way the insurance works. So for me, like, it is what it is. I'm excited to see where it kind of goes. I'm excited to see what JP Chase Morgan, Amazon, and Berkshire Hathaway are able to kind of come up with as they move forward in this venture to try to get healthcare costs lower than what it has been. And yeah, hope that kind of makes some sense. Anyways, we'll go ahead and leave right there. Like I was saying, you're going to go to Stash, Acorns, Robinhood. Nope, don't want to say that. We're not finishing out the episode. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. It's been real. Feel free to let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments or in the live stream. I would appreciate that. But as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And we're going to jump into my season video here in just a second with my Acorn, or with my M1 account, which is weird because I haven't really talked about my M1 account all that much lately. And then secondly, this will be my first actual monthly recap video for M1, so it's going to be untreaded waters for me here in just a second, you know what I'm saying? But we'll go ahead and make it work. So I'm going to go ahead and cue up the cameras real quickly, and then we'll go ahead and jump into it. Sound good? Alrighty, let's go to thumbs up in the chat. I know I need some hardcore water. My mouth is getting so dry.
We could be holding up our light. We could be fighting for what's right. We could be falling.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop that other CPU in here, and then it should be perfect. Because it'll be about 30%, because it has more cores, so it's able to utilize some of those cores. It has 2 more cores on it, so it should be able to utilize quite a bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and start up this cameras real quick. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I will have to do something real quickly. I gotta open up my actual OBS on the computer that I'm on, because I can't screen record on my other computer right now for some reason. Well, that's all right. That's all right. That's okay. Don't worry about it anyways. Let's just the screen's already up there, so, and we just want this one up there. Yep. All right. Cool. Now let's just go back to my M1 home. Dang, I'm not really down all that much. I was down like almost like 3-4% a few days ago. All right, let's go ahead and jump. I gotta open up a second program too on here. Audacity. And let me just make sure that it's coming through over here on the mic still. Yeah, okay, for sure. Alrighty. And let me go ahead and pull that up and grab that. Okay, alright, okay. Put that over there. Shift the gain, turn up the gain a little bit. And there we go. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm gonna go ahead and start recording here. Alrighty, cool. Everything's good there. Let me just check where it's at. Yeah, for sure. That should be fine. And minimizing that and going ahead and screen recording there. Alright, perfect. Everything looks good. Don't need that up. Alrighty, here we go. And we'll just get a little bit scooted over. Put that there. Put that like that. How about that? How does that look? Everything look good? For sure. Whatever. doesn't know what it wants to do now. Whoa. Alrighty, here we go. Yo. I don't even know what those letters are, man, but thanks. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 167 here on season number 2. And today we are getting into my M1 Finance Recap, July edition. So these videos are meant for educational purposes only and not meant to be taken as financial advice. You are responsible for your assets and to properly protect them. So always, please, do your own research. So this account is actually my newest account. I basically opened it in... Let me start that over. So this M1 account is actually my newest account. I actually opened it up early July, and so this recap only includes about 3 weeks of actual M1 Finance. My account, though, this M1 Finance account is also my most risky account. I've only exposed about 1% into bonds, where all my other accounts, I would say it's at least 5% or more. I think the highest account that I'm exposed to would be an Acorns, which is 40% exposed into bonds. So this account, this M1 account, moves quick when it moves, and it was up, it was down, it was up, it was down, and it was down finishing out August, or finishing out July, my bad. However, even though it was down, I know that like dollar cost averaging, getting a really good dollar cost average on a lot of these stocks, and then also as I continue to like build the portfolio, I know that like this account will eventually start performing very, very well into the future. It's just kind of like one of those things right now. It's just a struggle to really get a good dollar cost average, and then once you get like a good foundation, from there, like I think that the sky's the limit, right? You gotta get a great foundation in order for you to build a skyscraper. If you don't get a good foundation, then the skyscraper always just kind of tumbles over, right? Anyways, let's go ahead and get into some of the numbers. At the close of July, my account was at $953.19. When I funded the account, though, I had my initial deposit of $962.52. So I had a gross loss this month of $9.33. However, on this account, I do make two $10 bi-weekly deposits. So if you calculate those into the gross loss, you get a net loss of $29.33. Basically a negative 3.8 or 3... basically a negative 3.08%. So it kind of does hurt that it didn't perform positive. I was like super excited. Like the first like 3 days I was positive because Amazon had like jumped up quite a bit. But then like it started to decrease, that some other stocks started to get hammered, and I was like, oh man, like I hope that I don't have to report a negative on this account the first month. But apparently there you go, negative 3%. It's not really, for me, it's not really that big of a deal, but it is a bigger deal to have a negative percent. But I know that like going into the future, I should just start seeing a positive return on this pie. As for right now, I still have no stocks in my trash pie. But I have already added 2 more stocks to that stock pie. But anyways, let's go ahead and actually take a look on my M1 Finance account. Yo, Dave P119, hello. What are you talking about? I'm talking about my M1 account. We're reviewing it real quick, and then yeah, I'll be back on the stream. I'm actually recording a video as well, so for sure. Pardon the interruption. Anyway, so this is my overall account. As you can tell, like the 1 year right now, it's going to be a little bit later. So right now it's at $97 or $973.90. It did increase quite a bit. I got a negative 0.88% return. The 1 year, same thing. Every single chart's going to look about the same, except for when you get maybe to the 1 month or the 1 week, and then it will change a little bit. I'm up $15.25 or 1.59%. So the last week has been very, very reasonable and well to me. And then the last day I've went up $3.97 or 0.41%. So the last few days have been very, very well to me. But let's go ahead and take a look at my stock pie real quick so you guys can kind of see how everything's going up. I did already adjust my percentages on my account because I plan on making my regular deposit here tonight, later tonight. And so I did add some Alphabet. Actually, both Alphabets have become 91% analyst recommended. And then I did also change the percentages on my Amazon, Cara Therapeutic, T-Mobile, Bayozun, and Alibaba. So those have been currently readjusted. However, you look at some of my negative holdings, we got Alibaba down 7.32%. Ouch. And then Cara Therapeutics is down 10.42. Actually, a week ago, they were down like almost 20%. So that was kind of hurting me as well. And then we got Bayozun down 8.43%. The Bayozun and Alibaba are both Chinese-based, Asian-based companies. So they have been getting hammered recently with the trade war talks and that kind of thing. But we'll go ahead and take also a look at my REIT pies, which have just recently swung positive. Both Unity Group and Ladder Corp were both negative. And American Tower Corporation was the only one like actually carrying that account almost for a break even. But as you can tell now, both American Tower Corporation and Ladder Capital Corp are both up about 4.6, 4.8%, with still, I mean, Unity Group down 12.57%. It would be nice if they weren't down so hard, but I know like as like dollar cost average, it'll start working out quite a bit better. But this is pretty much, as far as like REIT pie goes, this is pretty much all in balance. I do got to make a few adjustments to the percentages based upon like market cap and popularity, but for right now, I mean, it's pretty much standard the way that it looks. And then we'll go ahead and take a final look at my Vanguard bond market fund, which I'm down 0.1%, which is only a cent. It's not really that much, and I'm sure that I made that back in the form of a dividend this month, so it is kind of what it is. As far as the activities on my account, I made 2 deposits. Actually, it looks like, yeah, 2 deposits with 4 trades on the July 19th and then 6 trades on July 26th. So we can go ahead and take a look at those. So that was $10, and you wonder where it went, right? We went into AMT, Cara, Ladder, and UNT. So 3 REITs is where it was put, and then 1 stock. As far as the activities on July 26th, I bought 6 different stocks and REIT into Unit, TMUS, T-Mobile, Ladder Corp, which is another REIT, Cara Therapeutic, which is one of my stocks, a BND, which is my bond fund, and then also AMT, which is another REIT. So I bought 3 REITs again. And so as you can tell, like REITs last month really did get hammered quite a bit, especially the ones that I was holding for some reason. But I hope that they go up. According to the analysts, they probably should, right? But as far as my account, like moving forward, I do hope that I get to start putting stocks into my trash pie. Well, actually, I don't hope that I have to put stocks into my trash pie. I hope that they continue to grow and that they continue to stay like 90% or more analysts recommended. However, I know that once they drop below that, like trash pie, there you go. So we'll see how that actually works out and that dynamic that actually brings to the pie or to the entire portfolio by adding stocks into that trash pie moving forward. But I think that this month, I think I will have a break even on this account, or even take a little bit of a positive. I would like to see it at least a positive 1% this month from last month, and for me that would be ideal. If it was any higher than that, I would be super stoked, and if it was lower, I mean, it is what it is. I know that it's long term, so that kind of stuff does happen. The market is really unpredictable. Anyways, we will go ahead and leave it right there. Let's jump into the question of the day, which is, what's your phone or computer wallpaper? Well, on my phone, I actually use an If This Then This app, and I have it linked to like the NASA website. And so the NASA website every single like day updates the wallpaper on there. And right now it's probably like a picture of a star or a planet. I don't have my phone on me, it's actually in the other room, but it's probably like a star, planet. Sometimes it's the sun, sometimes it's just a picture of Earth, sometimes it's like a picture of nature here on Earth. It's just really cool stuff, and I feel like it kind of keeps me on my toes by changing up the picture every single day. As far as what's on my desktop, well, it's a picture of my bike with the bike racks that we do sell. In case you're wondering what's on the table back there, it's one of our bike racks that we do sell on Etsy and then also on eBay. So if you want, there's a link at the end of the video. Feel free to check that out. We do sell other things like, hey, what do you know? That subscribe sign and other things. Anyways, like I always say, if you got any questions regarding Stash, Acorns, Robinhood, M1 Finance, as well as general investing, business, Etsy, coaching, please post those questions down below. Or if you're in the live stream, post them in the live stream. Please don't forget to subscribe right up here. Check out these 2 videos right here in the link. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Yo, guys, that was pretty lit, man. I'm still on stream, so don't think that I'm going somewhere. I'm going to still stay here. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer. I'm going to actually open it up to a Q&A if you guys have anything that you would like to talk about, me to look at, anything like that. I would be for sure down to answer. I just got to take care of a few orders of business real quick, and then I'll be right back at it. Let me oh, I got to stop recording here. I think I clicked stop. This one has a mad problem actually stopping. Okay. Alrighty. And I'm pulling up the restream chat here in just a second. How's your equipment working properly? Yo, it's working a lot better. I had to, Young Stallion, I had to. I'm doing it. I got actually a second computer that's running the stream right now. The only thing is that it's getting a little bit hard for my CPU to handle it, and it does sound like it's getting a little bit hot. But I'm going to probably put the other CPU back in there and let that thing go to town because it's a little bit bigger. The only thing that I might have to do is upgrade the air cooler to like a water cooler. A water-cooled CPU cooler or something like that, so that way it keeps it cold, because this garage does get a little bit hot. But let me go turn off these 2 cameras because they're still recording, and then I'll be right back for sure. That did stop recording. Turn this back on, and so yeah, for my gaming streams in the morning, it should actually free up quite a bit of space, so my computer's not having to process both streams. Oops, I definitely don't want to pull that up. I'm gonna pull this up. Yeah, so it's working a lot better, and the actual like cameras and that kind of stuff. I went back and listened to this. I was editing a video of the stream that I recorded yesterday, and like my voice for some reason had slowed down like maybe like 8% or something like that, so it sounded like I was talking like really slow, and like my voice sounded like a lot deeper. It was kind of weird, but I mean, I liked it. I think that that's probably better, for that way I'm not like completely peaking. We'll go and turn up that audio, just that desktop beat a little bit, huh? That's a pretty good beat that we're laying. So yeah, it's all good. Tomorrow night super stream, I'll probably be live, I think maybe 7:30. If it's after 7:30, I won't be talking anything about investments. We'll just go straight into streaming. If it's anything before 7:30, if it's anything before 6, if it's anything before 7, we'll probably start off with like cooking or something like that. The only problem with that is if I cook, like I plan on streaming it through my phone, and so I'll only be able to stream, I think, to YouTube if that's the case. But I mean, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So that might be a little bit of an issue for people that are on Mixer and that kind of thing. But I'll see if I can make that happen with 2 different phones, where I stream to Mixer on one phone and stream to YouTube on another phone. The only problem is that like be more chats to keep it with and all that kind of stuff. Right now it's pretty easy because it's all in one place for me. And then yeah, so that's kind of the way that the ball bounces. Yeah, are you going to watch the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl this year? The Super Bowl? Yeah, I'll be watching it probably. Are you asking because of Nick Foles in the background? So yeah, guys, that was kind of my portfolio. Like I just showed you, I did add some Google in there. I just haven't bought any shares yet because I still got to adjust my REITs for this month. But yeah, it'll definitely, I think it'll look good next month. Yeah, so Nick Foles is on my wall because I actually made a bet with my subscribers on my YouTube channel that Tom Brady would win another Super Bowl, and if Tom Brady won, then Tom Brady would be on the back of my wall. However, unfortunately, Tom Brady didn't win, and your boy Nick Foles did. So Nick Foles is back there, hanging out, chilling. Next person that will probably go up there will probably be Jabron Lames in the Lakers jersey, just because I'm like a mad Lakers fan, and I feel like that's like 1 in a million, man. LeBron James as a Laker, I never would have thought that would be possible. So I hope that we have a good run with him. I'm kind of sad though that he went to the West. I wish that he would have stayed in the East because I think that the East is going to be buns, hardcore buns now, and whoever wins in the West wins basically the championship. So I think it'll hurt the NBA Finals for sure because it won't even be. I don't think it'll be the best 2 teams. I think it'll be a top 10 team versus the best team. But I'll leave it open for about another 5 minutes with the Q&A. If any of you guys have any more further deeper questions, specifically in investments. But I mean, if you guys want some like small talk, personal questions, whatever, we can go ahead and get into that. Also, we can go and jump ship over to there. I'm fine with whatever. We're just gonna go ahead and leave it open for about another 5 minutes, and then I gotta hop off, finish editing a Acorns video, and have that up and ready to go tomorrow morning. And then also finish getting my computer set up more squared away, I would say. Yeah, your screen for Mixer is freezing up a little bit. That's weird. Let me go check. Thanks for letting me know. Let me go take a look. Let me go take a look, peeksy at it. I haven't been on Mixer since I started live, so let me go check that for sure. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, it is. Let me kind of do some different things. Let's see if that makes it change. It might just, because I'm not. I do see that I do lose. I am jumping around like 50 to 60 frames a second, so that could be it. Why stuff is kind of freezing up every now and again. But yeah, that definitely makes sense. It's kind of like trial and error. I don't like. Well, I guess I wasn't supposed to see it. Yeah, so for me, it's kind of like trial and error. So. Funku, see or no? Ooh. You know, Ryan hit me up about Funku too. I like their growth that they had. It looks pretty solid for me over here. Like, I'm not hitching at all on the stream when I'm looking at it. All right, let's go ahead and look at. I'm gonna pull up the Funko chart real quick. But yeah, it looks good for me. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm just gonna go over to Yahoo Finance real quick. I don't know why I like going there, but Funko. And we'll go ahead and go back to the screen here. Right here, FNKO. This is what you're talking about. Still glitching. It shouldn't be glitching. And when I was looking at, like, I've been looking at the entire stream, and it is not glitching at all. Like, look, well, it's gonna glitch for you, but it's not. Yeah, it's not really glitchy for me. I can see it a little bit. Yeah, it does drop down to 51 frames a second for sure. Yeah, it's right. I'll get it figured out by tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning. I just gotta pop a different CPU in there. Once I do that, it should be back. Because today I was running at 60 frames and it wasn't, and I was running with a game with an actual game running also on my gaming computer, and it worked out well. So if I do that again, it should be fine. I also gotta install some more. Did your precious metal do well today? Mine silver finally started making a comeback. Let me check. I think it did. I think it did well. I haven't looked at the market like really at all today. I had so much stuff to get better. It works better on this page when you are zoomed in. When you are zoomed out. Yeah. Yo, Gestures, what up, man? Good to see you. As far as silver stocks did, I dropped 3 of them dropped today. Actually, what is this? What am I sorting it by? Total return. Let's go to look at today's return. There we go. So this one went up $1. 3 of mine are down, and then 1 of them is up 3 cents. So they didn't really move much of anywhere today for me. I mean, you figure like this one went up $1.86, but I have 126 shares, so maybe it went up like a cent. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about that company. For sure, it works better on this page. Yo, what up, Gestures? How's your stream going, man? Are you still streaming, or you just kind of stopped it? Stopped it. I saw you guys running them stuff today, man. The CPU, I think I just gotta like the CPU that I'm running it on, man. It's just buns, man. There's just no way around it. So I'm gonna throw it back in my actual gaming computer and just throw the one with 6 cores and the streaming computer, and I think that'll be able to handle 1080p 60 frames, because I was hitching pretty hard at some points on the stream, especially like when someone like hits the follow button or whatever, like it like goes down to like 13 frames a second. So it just can't handle it. Just ended. That's cool, man. So yeah, Funko, that's what we were talking about. I like they literally just had an just had an IPO. They dropped, so they haven't beat their IPO price. Well, they have like barely. They just broke it. So that's probably why there's some kind of talk about it. It was set $7.55. But is this all they do is make these guys, right? Is that all they do, or do they do other things? My only question is like, what other products do they make? Maybe I should search for Funko products. Right? Let's go to images, and I'm just gonna pull this off real quick and make sure that there's nothing bad that pops up. All right, I think that should be safe. Okay, so it looks like all they do is these heads. Yeah. Those big head looking guys. Honestly, like my personal opinion, I think it's a fad. I think about like Beanie Babies back in the day, and I think about if Beanie Babies was a public company, Like, would they be there long term? I mean, Beanie Babies are still around, but they're definitely not Beanie Babies like they were in 2000-ish era. So that's kind of the way that I look at it. I mean, I think it's really cool that they do create like these characters and stuff like that. Like, for sure, like I would love to have one on my shelf, especially if we could get one of Green Ghost like that. But I think that like the price has already been adjusted for what they're doing. I think that there's still got, for me personally, like I see that they probably still have more room to grow, because I don't think that they've really. I don't think that they've really reached all audiences yet. However, once they do, like, it's gone. Like, this is just a product life cycle. So my question for Funko would be, moving forward, like, what's their plan to offer other products? Like, are they going to? They could potentially like do stuff with like PlayStation and Xbox, where I don't know if you guys like know, like I think it was like Spyro or something like that, where you actually like bought the characters and then you had to put them like on this thing, and then like it would load up that character. And I think that they still have that around. Like, would they be interested in like doing a partnership with a gaming company to make that happen and make it like a Funko edition? And other things, like, are they looking into going into plush dolls, or is it strictly this style and that's what they do? And then my like question, my like critique would be like, product life cycle is going to run its course, and it is what it is. Like, I think that that's exactly what's going to happen. The nice thing is that they're able to create them super cheap. Also, another idea would be like creating cups, different, like, I guess trinkets, I would say, like maybe miniature Funko key bracelets, maybe even Funko cups, that kind of thing that has this kind of style of brand on it might be also another idea. I just don't know. I feel like that there, at some level, there's got to be a different item that comes out, and if you come out with a different item that's not as popular, then you're looking at some trouble. And that's the kind of the business of doing retail. So that's kind of my thoughts and opinion on Funko moving forward. I didn't know what they were before when Ryan asked me, so I didn't have time to do research. But that's where I think that they are. Like right here, they got the ceramic mug, right here. Like, I think that that's a good idea, but at the same time, I asked myself, like, at what point will that no longer be like aesthetically pleasing and something that people want? And then from there, like, I would say maybe in another 20 years it'll be back, or 10 years. They do cups. Okay, for sure. Yeah, then they've already beat me to it. Forks, silverware, they can put stuff on the end of that. Posters. I mean, I don't really know what else you could offer. They are making Fortnite toys. That's why they had the run up. Yeah, I bet, man. Anything that's Fortnite is like done. I'm surprised that when I went to Comic-Con, I didn't see anybody that was dressed up as any characters from Fortnite. I was really kind of like beside myself that I didn't see anybody like that. But then again, like, it's Comic-Con, so Fortnite's not really a comic, but it is like a video game, and I figured that like people do dress up, so I figured that maybe they would wear that stuff there. But enough about looking at Funko, right? That's kind of the place to be. Def Short. Maybe Camtron is the coolest pose. Yo, thank you, Camtron. I appreciate that. 100 some man. Hosting that up. Hosting and posting. Turned down for what? Huh? Cool. Well, guys, I think that leaves us kind of where it leaves us at the end of the episode, at the end of the live session. I'm sorry that Cameron, you started hosting right at the very end. Like, literally, my bad. I wish that I would have let you know earlier or something. But I'll be Nice GIF. Yo, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll have one special for people following me too. I'm going through and yeah. Gestures with the host. Yo. Poop. I know it's all right though. I'm gonna go ahead and be ending the stream here in a second. Yo, thanks Green Ghost. I appreciate that. Good stream. Thank you. Just got home from group for sure. How was it? I like seeing it early, and then I seen it on the stream. Also, good stream. Thanks, Green Ghost. I appreciate that. I've been trying to really bring it a lot more. And then also once I get the CPU thing figured out, like tomorrow, it'll be clutch if I'm able to export on the same computer, and then it'll be like 100%. Like I'll super enjoy that. The only thing is I might have to get a water cooled thing, like I was saying. It was good. I talked about anger. Ooh. Sometimes that hits home, man. I swear I don't have anger issues, but I think that I do sometimes. Someone's hitting us up on Discord. But guys, it has been real. I will see you all tomorrow night. Like I said, kind of the layout is if it's before 7, it'll probably be some cooking involved. If it's after 7 but before 8, it'll be a little bit of investment talk. And if it's after 8, or if it's after 8, then it'll be just strictly gaming. I think tomorrow will probably Fortnite for the culture. With hopefully I can get some of the teens up in the chat. That would be cool. Bye brother, bye Cameron, bye sister. Have a good night, coach. You too, everybody. Anyways, guys, it has been real. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you all hang on a second. Wrong mouse. Tomorrow night. Wow, how cool was that? Oh, totally botched it. Anyways, see you guys for real though.